with another video. Sorry for being MIA for so long. The book I'm going to be discussing today is Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh. Before I get into it, I want to let you know that I've come up with a new book challenge called One Book, One Decade, in which I'll be picking one book from one decade written by an Indian author in English. So I'll be starting from the 1950s and I'll be going till the 2010s. So I'll be posting this book challenge on Tuesdays, and on Fridays I'll be posting about other books that I'll read in that particular week. So I'll be posting twice a week now, and I promise to be on time and post very regularly. So let's get into it. So the real task with this challenge was to pick up one book from the many amazing options available. I was confused between Khushwant Singh's Train to Pakistan and The Guide by R.K. Narayan, and eventually I decided to go with Train to Pakistan because I wanted to venture into partition literature with it. Long back I'd read Taslima Nasreen's Lajja, which I couldn't finish because it had such graphic details of communal writing that I did not read any book of the similar genre. So I decided to pick up Train to Pakistan to challenge myself also and to venture into partition literature. So this book was published in 1956 and it is divided into 4 parts and is set in a fictional Punjabi village called Mano Majra. So the Muslims, the Sikhs, and a lone Hindu family of Lala Ram Lal reside very peacefully in that village, and they're so attuned to the coming and going of the trains that their schedules are set to it. One night there's dacoity at Lala Ramlal's house in which he is killed. 2 suspects are arrested, Jagat Singh, the local Badmash, and Iqbal Singh, who is a mysterious person who's recently arrived in the village on the same train as the magistrate. And this new magistrate has ordered the arrest of these 2, and what follows are a series of events that turn this peaceful village into a pothole of hatred between communities that had resided side by side in peace for generations. What is to see is, do these people of Mano Majra give in to the communal hatred incited by outsiders and act against their own villagers? The book starts with a very detailed and beautiful description of the villages, which our elders, which our parents and grandparents talk about. And the train in the novel is an allegory to the life of the village people. In the beginning, the trains run on time according to the schedule, and as we read further, the train schedule starts going haywire, and the trains arrive sometimes several hours late, indicating the disruption in the lives of the village folks. You get an insight on how one's religious identity was so important to decide whether they were a friend or a foe, how the corrupt government system worked against the common people, and foremost, the catastrophic effects that partition had on people. Before reading this book, I had no idea what ghost trains were, but reading about these ghost trains, it was horrifying and sad to say the least. The book is engaging, the writing is lucid, and you feel for the characters, be it the magistrate Hukum Chand or Iqbal Singh or Jagat Singh. You're till the end rooting for Jagga's love to defeat all the hate and at least one of the characters to come through and act for the sake of humanity. Overall, it's a heart-wrenching but beautiful book that makes you aware of the ground reality of the time immediately following the partition. I highly recommend it, and that's all for today's video. I hope to see you next time, and that next time is gonna be on Friday, so please subscribe, like and share the video.